Hi everybody, how y'all doing? The Man in the Hat here. We're going to cover Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix today. And so a lot of you might think this is a really tough song to play because this is by Jimi Hendrix. But we're just going to make it nice and simple today. And we're going to go over the chords and how to do the strumming pattern so you can play it and sing it. Or, take it to maybe one of your friends who plays guitar really well and y'all can jam together or whatever. And then I'll show you a couple little tricks that you could do to make it maybe sound not so beginner. Just a little things that you can do in between the chords to add a little life to the song. So let's get right into it. This is going to be Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix. We're going to start, I'm in a standard tuning. Jimi Hendrix usually tunes down half a step to E flat, but we're just in regular tuning, so it's E, A, D, G, B, E. So we're going to start off with the C chord. Okay, so on the 3rd fret on the A string, and on the 2nd fret on the D string, and then the G string is open, and then on the B string up on the 1st fret, and it's going to be 2 strums of that. And then we're going to go into our G chord. So if you take the bass notes and just walk them over here, so now you're on the 3rd fret of the E string and the 2nd fret of the A string. And then we're using our pinky on the E string down here. Okay, so it'll be 2 strums of C, 2 strums of G, and then from G we're going to go to our D chord, which is a nice triangle shaped chord here. So we're on the these 2 fingers on the 2nd fret, and then in the middle in between them on the 3rd fret there on the B string. So that's your D chord. And you only want to strum the 4 or 5 strings here, not the low E string when you strum your D chord. And then the next chord is A, which I just make a nice little bar here. We get A. Okay, and so that's the first part of the song. You're going to do 2 strums of each of those. So it's 2 C, 2 of G, 2 of D, and 2 of A. Okay, and the second part of the song is very simple. It's going to be the E chord, and you're just going to play that 8 times. This is 1, 2, 3. And the E chord is, we're taking on the A string, 2nd fret, and on the D string, 2nd fret right next to it, and then on the G string, on the 1st fret. Okay, so the pattern for the song is C twice, G twice, D twice, A twice, E 8 times. Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? Okay, so that's the entire song. Just loop that over and over and over again, and you've got the entire song, Hey Joe. Now, there's a lot of easy, cool little stuff we can do to add a little bit of life to the song. Obviously, you want to get a little rhythm going when you're strumming. And when you hit that E chord, you can hammer on these 2 right here. Okay, so when you're in the E chord, hammer-ons are good there. If you want, what I like to do is, because we're playing E for so long, I like to maybe go into E with something and then maybe come out of E with something. So let's work on that. Let's say we're doing C twice, G twice, D twice, A twice, and then let's just add a little like a... So if you're right here playing A, maybe you could just like that. Or also what I like to do is maybe just skip the A entirely. And so let's do C twice, G twice, D. Now a really cool bluesy sound is when you're playing this D and you've got your ring finger here on the 3rd fret. If you want to slide that up 2 frets, up to the 5th fret, and bring it back. So we can come into our D. And then if you come in here right next, the string next to it on the 2nd fret, and you can hammer that one on. And a really cool little move is so if you put all of those together, you can go. So one more time, we've got our ring finger here on the 3rd fret, slide it up. You can walk it back down with your finger right here. And then take that same finger, move it over a string and up a fret right here. Okay, so listen. So C, G, D, E. Another thing that's really cool is when you're playing this E, if you sneak one of your finger over here, and you can hit this bass note from E to G, it sounds really cool. So. Okay, so and then if you want to walk this back into C from E, so that's just on the A string, open, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to be right there on your root note for the C. And you can take that a little bit farther. If when you're playing the C, you've got on the 2nd fret, your finger right here. So from the E, as we're exiting and going back into the C to start singing again, and you can add all kinds of little stuff like that to it, just okay, so that is just kind of fun little tricks you can do to Hey Joe to make it sound a little better. So anyway, I hope you guys found that useful, and so I'm just gonna play through the song real quick, and appreciate you guys watching. And as always, be nice to each other, and why are you wasting time on the internet? Go outside and play. It's probably beautiful outside. I don't know. Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? You know I'm gonna shoot my old lady down. I caught her messing around with another man. That ain't too cool. Hey Joe, I heard you shot your old lady down. Yes, I did. I shot my old lady, I gave her the gun. Hey Joe, you gonna run to now? You know, I'm going down south. I'm going way down to Mexico. Ain't no hangman gonna put the rope around me today.